fucking years? 17 fucking years? The CERN machine been running 17 fucking years? The last 17 fucking years been fucked up, and I know I spent at least 12 of them a fucking slave, and that shit just cut the fuck off, and I feel better, but you telling me there's no fucking coincidence? Ha!
I'm reading through the comments. Somebody said I seen fireflies. I haven't seen them in a long time. You know what I was thinking at? Oh, they came back, huh? Everybody talking about seeing things out of the corner of their eye. Hold on, man. Hold on.
CERN shut down the Large Hadron Collider on the 29th of June. And here are 3 things that I've experienced so far. But before I get to those 3 things, I want you to go ahead and like this video and share it, because I want other people to comment, see if they're experiencing the same thing that I am. So the first thing that I experienced was that humming or ringing noise in my ear. It's no longer there. When I woke up on the 30th, the only thing I heard was the sound of my ceiling fan. I no longer had that humming sound in my ears. Let me know if you've experienced the same thing. The second thing I've experienced over the past 2 days is that time seems to have slowed down a bit. Usually my days go by very fast. I work full time, and it's always the same. Lunchtime comes around and it's all downhill from there, and it just seems like my days are over pretty quick. These last 2 days have been dragging ass. I don't know if you guys experienced the same thing.
I've been getting up earlier though, so I don't know. My days have been longer, but I've been getting up earlier. What y'all think? Have y'all days been longer? Have they been the same? They still going quick?
And finally, the third thing, the bird activity. There's been so much fucking bird activity in my area. It's crazy. They're shitting everywhere. But it hasn't been like that in a while. I've seen just fucking pigeons and crows flying everywhere. So, have you experienced these 3 things? Am I the only one? Or are other people out there experiencing the same thing? Let me know in the comments.
I've seen a lot of lightning bugs. That's the top comment on every video. Hold on now. First time I've slept for 8 hours straight in years. You know, there's this YouTuber. He said he slept for 15 hours. The first day, literally, I think he posted that video the first day that it got cut off, and he didn't know what was going on, but he knew it was something. Wow. Somebody say time been feeling slower than usual. Seeing things out of the corner of their eye again. People having vivid dreams. I'm seeing people saying they farting a lot more. Hold on, bruh.
Okay, hold on a second. Are you hearing what is being discussed on Twitter and other platforms about CERN being shut down and the differences people have noticed since they turned it off? Like, thousands of people are saying they feel calmer, they're getting better sleep. Time feels like it's slowed down. Some people are hoping they keep this thing turned off past 2030. That's when they're supposed to turn it back on. Other people are talking about their senses being sharper now. And I can only imagine, by the way, like, could you think if you lived inside of the circle of CERN that's underground, the vibes must be a little bit strange. So I'm sure the locals are happy. But you know what's crazy? Like, could you imagine wiring this thing? Like, do you know anyone who works at CERN? Because surely there must be like thousands and thousands of people involved in the engineering and manufacturing of this thing. Not to mention all the scientists. So if you know someone who works at CERN, get them to comment below so we can ask some questions. Now, it's said that they're shutting this thing down until 2030 for a massive 4-year upgrade to the High Luminosity LHC, Large Hadron Collider, which will make the collider 10 times more sensitive than its current iteration.
I knew it. I was just thinking that. I was like, if it's 2030, they gonna make it worse. I knew they was gonna do some type of upgrades. I knew it. That's the exact thought that came to mind. Yeah, 2030 gonna be something. It's definitely gonna be something. But until then, hey, the CERN machine has been cut off. We need a round of applause for that one.
And it's going to apparently make a whole bunch more Higgs boson particles. This is a little bit above my pay grade, what they're even doing with this thing. Of course, the mainstream says it's just about research and figuring out the fabric of time, space, matter, and all that. But I just think this may be meddling into things and fabrics of reality that shouldn't be meddled with. Also interesting that it's happening in Switzerland, which is a unique, very unique country. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below about this thing.
This is for those that's probably wondering, what is CERN though? I understand it alters space, time. What is it for real? You know, when they throw that term conspiracy theory on there, there's some facts. They actually crowned that term to be deceiving. It's like it's a government experiment. It was done by the government to throw people off from the truth. Just like fact check, we got fact check these days. It'll tell you something is not true when it is. Before that, they had the conspiracy theory term. All they had to do was deem something a conspiracy theory, and then people wouldn't believe it. But some people would. They became conspiracy theorists. And now, today, we know that they were right. Every time they were right. We were right.
I didn't realize that people didn't know what CERN was when I posted that video yesterday, but since everybody wants to talk about it, I'm going to try to explain it. And yes, it's going to involve conspiracy theories, but I mean, we saw the president basically standing with Nordic aliens, so are we going to be surprised that I'm going to talk about this? So CERN is the biggest manufactured human-built machine that basically is like underground, and it is ginormous, and it runs in this big circle, and basically they have two tubes inside of it and put atoms that go like this, right? And then they push them at the speed of light, so they crash in together and then blow up and then look into it. Okay, that's basically like the main basic version of what this is. It's underground in Geneva, Switzerland. It's like, I think it's like 200 kilometers underground. I don't know, something like that. And it is ginormous. It is the biggest man-made machine ever. Okay, that's all I'm going to talk about, like the specifics of it. Now I'm going to talk about the conspiracies of it. So basically, what I believe, and a lot of people believe, but apparently some people on the internet don't know how to use Google or do any sort of research on their own, is that every time that CERN shuts down, we are jumping timelines. Okay, so like when CERN is essentially messing with space and time, and they're opening these little, they call them microscopic black holes that can be safely closed.
Portals. Sounds like portals. I mean, I know about black holes, but I also know about portals. What y'all think? I more so think they're opening portals, but let's keep it going though.
Essentially what it's doing, and what we all think it's doing, is it's opening up portals to jump between space and time. And when it shuts down, we essentially are jumping into timelines. So like 2008 is when it got made, 2012, etc., etc. 2020, obviously we know what happened then. So basically it's not that I thought something was going to happen yesterday, okay? CERN is going to be shut down for 4 years until 2030. And if you don't know about 2030, then I can't help you. You need to go look on the internet. But it's not going to be good when it turns back on in 2030. It's not necessarily that I thought something was going to happen yesterday. It's really the thought process of like what's going to come over the next 4 years and like what that timeline looks like. That's why a lot of us believe the cornucopia, the fruit of the loom, the Fruit Loops spelling different, the monocle with Monopoly, etc., etc., Mandela effects. Like, we get the gist. So essentially, we have jumped timelines at least a few times, and I would say like specifically we noticed more in 2012 and 2020. CERN was shut down from 2018 to 2022, and this will be the biggest shutdown, and they are building a bigger one. And what is to come when that turns on depends on what you believe, but I know what I believe, and if you don't know what's happening in 2030, then that's on you. I know people can think I'm a conspiracy theorist, but let's be real. Things that are happening in our universe, like during this time, is it really that hard to believe? Is it really that hard to believe?
That all makes sense. After they turned the CERN machine back on, that's when it started to get real strange. That's when people started to notice, hey, time feels sped up. It's real weird in the world. Things aren't the same. Something happened. It's all making sense now. Hey, y'all, let me know what y'all think about this video. I'm going to do a deep dive into this one on my own in my own time. Y'all should too. A lot of people don't know about CERN, or they don't know much about it. They might have just heard about it. As always, I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace to my Hebrew fam. Shalom.